Here are my top 10 favorite black superheroes over at Marvel Comics. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and I didn't know what to do necessarily for Black History Month, and someone in the comments when I asked for what I should do, asked for a simple list of my favorite black superheroes from Marvel and DC Comics. So this is the Marvel list. Let's get started. I do want to say that this is not like all these characters are ranked in what I think is the most objectively true answer. I just happen to like some of these characters more than others, so don't take this too seriously. Starting with number 10 is going to be Synch. I don't care too much for Synch in the early 90s/2000s, mostly because I just hadn't read the Generation X comics he was associated with, but the Krakoa era is an era where he really got to grow as a character, and I really liked what happened with him there. I think he's a very powerful character just in terms of actual combat ability, but I also thought the Vault issue where him and Laura were together was a really great issue. I that did so much to make me like him. Number 9 on the list is going to be Darwin. Darwin is another X-Men character, and it took me a second to remember that, yeah, he is actually African American because he's often shown as just being a gray character because of his mutant abilities. But yeah, he's an African American character. He's incredibly powerful. He's a cool character, and he got screwed over in the X-Men First Class film, and I'm never going to forget the film for that reason. Number 8? Yeah, number 8 is going to be Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, aka Captain America, is a great character. I really like Sam Wilson in the comics and in the MCU. I do think the MCU has done him dirty, and they should have done more with him by now. But man, I really like what they've done with him in the 2010s as Captain America. I think those were some great stories for him. Number 8, no, 7. I can't do this countdown backward. It's going to be Miles Morales. I really like Miles Morales when he was originally introduced in the Ultimate comic books in the early 2010s. And since he's come to the mainstream Marvel universe since Secret Wars, I think his series have been kind of hit or miss. But I do overall really like what Miles represents as a character, what he's added to the Spider-Man mythos, and just some of his comics are really fun. And we can't deny that Into the Spider-Verse films have done wonders for his character and just in general for Miles. It's been great stuff. And the game that he was in, oh man, so much fun. I really loved playing that. Next one is going to be Monica Rambeau, who should go by the name of Captain Marvel because she is the first female character in Marvel Comics history named Captain Marvel, and it's insane that she doesn't have that name because I don't care if Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel and she was maybe next in line to be Captain Marvel because of Marvel's death. It was Monica Rambeau who was the first superhero to have that name that was a woman, and I think she should have it again. I think it's insane that she doesn't have it, but yeah, I really like her. She's automatically a hero in my book. She sees something going wrong, she's gonna go take care of it. Her powers are really cool. Yeah, I just really like Monica overall, and she's a Next Wave. The Next Wave was really fun. Don't look too much into the author, but Next Wave is great. Next on the list is going to be Blade. Blade is a character who I like, admittedly, because of the Wesley Snipes films. But yeah, ever since those, Marvel has really leaned into what Wesley Snipes did, and it's a great thing because Wesley Snipes rules in those films. He's so good. Blade rules. Before that point, I didn't care too much for Blade, if I'm being honest. Even in the comics, when I've read some of the older stuff, he doesn't really interest me, but the post-Wesley Snipes Blade, fantastic stuff. I really love him. Simple character, and he's very good at what he does. Next on the list is going to be Luke Cage. Luke Cage, obviously one of the most important black superheroes in Marvel Comics in terms of like the actual comic books. Not the most important, but one of them. And I think he's just a really fun character. He's a street level. He represents a more common experience from that front. And yeah, he's got a cool, simple power. He was a main character in the Brian Bendis era of the Avengers, which I've read the entirety of, and I really like his journey from there overall. And I really wish that they would do more with Luke Cage in the comics books because he was the mayor of New York, and there wasn't a book really about him being the mayor of New York and a superhero. Like, that's an insane miss on that front. I like Luke Cage, and I wish Marvel would do more with him. I like Mike Coulter in the role. He was good, and I just wish that they would do more with him in the MCU, because again, I think there's something really powerful about a bulletproof black man in terms of the imagery of that. It's really cool and simple. Next on the list is going to be Storm, the OG black superhero in the X-Men comics, and she is so cool. Every reason you can think of why Storm is cool is true. Storm is one of the best X-Men characters, period. I don't feel like I have to explain why I love her because, yeah, she's Storm. Next on the list is going to be the Black Panther. Obviously, Black Panther is probably the most important male superhero or male black superhero in the Marvel universe, just because of like what he represents for the company on that front. And he's just an incredibly cool character. He's basically Batman's wet dream in terms of like what you want. His suit is cool. He's just as smart. He's got an entire kingdom instead of a company. Yeah, Black Panther rules. He's an excellent fighter. He's super smart. Basically, every reason you can think of why Black Panther is cool, just like Storm, is true. Yeah, I really like Black Panther. I think he's a very fun character. And number one on my list is going to be Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel is the character who probably has the fewest number of issues on this list. But man, what can I say? I'm a sucker for a Superman archetype, and I really loved what Al Ewing did with him after Marvel kind of let the ball drop after Kevin Garreau's great miniseries introducing the Blue Marvel. I don't know why Marvel just didn't do more with the Blue Marvel after he was introduced. That was a good mini, and Marvel should have done more. I don't understand that, but I really loved what Al Ewing did with him in his Avengers era. It was great stuff, and I just wish Marvel would do more with him, because Al Ewing showed the potential is there to work in the Marvel universe, and then no one's really done anything with him. I know he's taken up a couple appearances here and there, but no one's really done anything with him since, and that's sad. He deserves more. Blue Marvel rules.